Yo, 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 it's your boy B News, live from Korea. Let's talk about it. Today we got a special guest. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. You want to?
Yes. Hi, I'm Yuban. What do I say? What? Korean.
Korean.
Who teaches
So you live
English.
Okay, that's it? Damn.
Okay. That's it. I'm simple.
Okay, simple. So you remember how we met? Or where we met at?
Yes. Gatsby party.
Yeah, that was like that was way before COVID.
At a bathroom line.
A bathroom?
Yeah. We were waiting for the bathroom.
Right.
And they're like, that's the line?
I was trying to spit my game, right? I think I was trying to spit some game.
Oh, for real? I didn't know. I thought you were just casually talking.
Yeah. You know how guys do.
I playing the games. It worked.
He said it worked. All right. So knowing you've been for a long time, we've been good friends, chill together, have fun. So today the topic is going to be dating Koreans versus foreigners. So I have like a couple questions that I want to like ask you about this, you know.
Okay.
All right. So like, do you have like any like preference that you prefer, or it doesn't really matter for you?
It doesn't matter. Dating wise, it doesn't matter.
So doesn't matter, foreigner, Korean, nothing?
Foreigner, Korean, doesn't matter.
Okay,
They're
so
hot. Go for it.
what's your type? Everybody has a type.
Tall, handsome, rich, bigger than me, manlier than me.
That's it? Tall, handsome, rich, bigger than you, man. What do you mean bigger? Like muscular? Or you don't want like
muscular.
Not like a skinny
taller
dude?
And bigger. Hell no.
Oh, you don't like the skinny dudes? I heard skinny dudes is like in style right now.
Yeah, like the Timothy Salamander or something.
Who's that?
So white dude. Oh, this is Timothy whoever Salamander. I don't think that's his last name, but something Salamander like.
I gotta Google that later.
Yeah.
So what are the pros of dating a Korean, you would say?
Ooh, they baby you. They like literally baby the out of you. Like they're like, you're my princess. They always like baby you.
So you like being babied?
Yes. I mean, who doesn't?
Right, true, you're right.
Even like foreign girls, I feel like they like to be babied too.
True. What about cons dating a Korean?
They too sensitive.
Too sensitive?
Yes. They're like so dainty.
Okay.
They can't take.
Can't take what?
Criticisms.
Oh.
They can't take. I don't know. It's like,
so you can't really tell them about themselves or tell them like this, I don't like this, I don't like that, or they get like offensive?
Yeah, they do. Or like, I don't care about things, I just wear what I want. I just do what I want, but they're like, why don't you ask me?
You gotta ask to like put on clothes?
A lot of Korean girls ask like Korean boys saying like, oh, can I go out with my friends? They ask for like permission. And I'm like, no,
what?
Not me. Like, you're not my dad, you're not my mom.
Right.
I don't even ask my mom or dad, like I've never done that before. And they're like, even the boys ask me like, oh, like on Saturday night, can I go out with my friends? And I'm like, yeah,
right.
Me too.
That's weird. Yeah, I never asked. No, that's weird.
That is weird. I think that's the Korean dating culture too.
Okay.
A lot of people ask for permission to do things.
Okay. So what about foreigners? What's the pros of dating a foreigner?
Oh, pros? Do they even have pros?
I'm about to say, is there even a pro?
They are. I don't. Sorry for my ex-foreigner boyfriends, but I don't think I've ever taken them very serious. You know, like on this side, I'm very Korean. Like, so at the end, like I'm going to probably marry the Korean boy. So like when I'm dating a foreigner guy, yeah, I'm just like dating someone that I find it attractive. Like, so it doesn't matter. Like if he's not rich, it's okay. You know, where he's from, like his family size and and his family histories, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But so when I'm dating a Korean boy, I see those things, like their jobs, their family histories, those things.
Wow. So is there any cons to dating a foreigner in Korea?
Cons? They're short term.
Facts. Okay.
They got kids. Well, a lot of foreigners in Korea, they lie a lot about their jobs. Most of them are like military. I can see that they are military, but they're like lie. I've met a lot of foreigners saying like, "Oh, I'm here for the business," and I'm like, "But look at your haircut."
Right.
Like I can see it. Look how you talk, how you behave. The curfew. I don't know if the curfew is still here, but still.
I don't think they have a curfew anymore.
Yeah. The way they look.
I hate that when like I meet a girl and she's like, "Are you in the military?" I'm like, "Look at my hair." I'm like, "Who in the military has hair like this?" I hate that. But I get asked that all the time. Yeah, you're right. They don't know. They're like, "Oh, you military?" I'm like, "No." "Are you a teacher?" "No." Then I'm trying to spin like, "No." You know what I do? And they're like, "What's that?" Like, I'm like, yeah.
Yes, Koreans. I don't think Koreans know a lot about your job.
Right.
They do not have much information. It's either like military or teacher or business.
Yep. It's just like straight to the point. So yeah. So what's a red flag for you about a guy, just a guy in general? Like
just like, a guy in general?
Yeah.
If they're too much about themselves, like I'm the king type of people. Like I got this. Like I have a lot of money. I'm wealthy.
Like bragging, kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't like that, right?
And then when they're too violent, red flag.
Of course, yeah, that's a big red. I would hope that's a red flag, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, it's right time. So you took like my kind of I wanted to say like, with a foreigner, is it just fun, short time, or are you actually trying to build? But you said no, like you really don't care.
Yes.
Right.
For, like, to be honest, I feel like most of the Koreans think like that too.
Damn, that hurts.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of Koreans that are married to foreigners though.
That is true, but even for me, like I do not have much like language barriers with Americans, I guess Canadians or I don't know, Western culture foreigners. Still, I have the culture difference. Like they do not understand me and I do not understand them. So I think that's one of the biggest thing that blocks me to date a foreigner.
Okay,
in
so
serious term.
How would your parents feel if you brought a foreigner home? Like, "Hey, mom, dad, this is my boyfriend."
They know my 2 exes.
Okay, they were cool with foreigners.
First one, I was young because I was in college. So they were like, "Okay, so date whoever you want, you know." Right. My mom's cool, so she's like, "Date whichever you want, you know." They a lot of people, so you get to know people in general. But my grandma, on the other hand, she was like, she didn't say like, "I don't like it," you know, but she was like, "I wish to talk to my grandchild-in-law in Korean." Yes, that's what she said, and I was like, "Oh,
Okay, but I feel like it's just me. I feel like if you come to Korea and you plan to stay for a long time, I feel like you should try to learn the culture. You should try to read it. For like I mean, try. Like at least try put in
At
the
least
effort.
try, yeah.
Right.
But it's hard. That culture difference is hard. Even for me, I spent like 10 years in Canada and America, and I still feel the culture difference. So it's a bit hard.
That's interesting.
That's big. Yes.
So okay. Wow. So I was gonna ask you like what. So your end game goal is to marry a Korean, or do you just want to be single, or is that like something you're looking forward to in the future?
Like, I don't know. Marry someone that's good for me, yes, and for my family too.
So I know like Korean culture, like the parents kind of like when you get older, they try to push it on you, right? Like,
yes.
right?
Yes.
How does that
my
work for
family's
you?
Christian. All the prayer is all about me.
Really?
About my marriage. They're like, please let her be married.
Okay, so let me ask you a different question. What if you went rogue and you're like, hey, family, like, I want to marry a foreigner. This is him. And your parents are like, no, but you're like, no, this is who I'm going to marry. How would that go?
Oh, I don't think they will like it. Don't. So
would your parents like push you away?
Right now, yes.
Damn.
The one I'm dating right now, my family do not like him at all. Zero.
Wow. So what do you do in that situation?
I'm like, well, I understand their perspective too. Like, I understand why they don't like him. And I understand why they want me to break up. And I don't see myself marrying someone that my family do not like. So I just tell them, I'm like, I will not marry him. And I'll just go with the flow.
Just go. So you just stay dating this person, but there's no future. You're just like dating just because your parents already said like, no, it ain't gonna happen.
Yes.
And he doesn't know that. Damn, that's crazy.
Sorry.
He said sorry.
Glad he doesn't understand English.
Yeah. What about your not for me, because like when I met your friends, like we chilled a lot, like going to the clubs, VIP, like I always got along with like all your friends. But like what about another foreigner? Like how would your friends like how would they feel like you always invited one of your foreigner or your boyfriend, he was a foreigner, to like come party with them?
I don't understand why, but most of my Korean friends speak English. And my foreigner friends are open to Korean cultures and stuff, but foreigners are okay with hanging out with whoever. But Koreans, on the other hand, they do not like it. They prefer staying within the Korean culture, like within the Korean friends. So I don't know. I started not to, mix them.
Yeah, you have.
Because I was always the middle one,
Right.
I always bring all the people like, let's party together. But like, I see how uncomfortable they feel. And like, they're different. Like when we are hanging out, they get more, they have fun. And then
it's a totally differently party, right?
It's like all the people, they feel more uncomfortable. So I'm like, okay, I'll just have them separate. I wish I have the two bodies, but
is it hard to balance like that? Like, what do you do? Like, I want to chill with my foreigner friends this weekend. I want to chill, like, that got to be hard to balance, right? Instead of just having everybody chill together.
Yeah, so I asked them, like, like, is that okay? If so-and-so join? They were like, no. I was like, okay. I was like, we'll hang out later. Then they do actually say no. It's funny.
Wow.
Even that started, like, even in the States. So I used to like volunteer at this international students, like, welcoming group. And my house was a party house. obviously. And, I would ask like my Korean freshman children to come to my party, and they're like, no, there are like too many foreigners there, too many Americans. And I'm like, because we are in America.
Yeah, right.
But you're in the States.
Right.
I
That's
don't know if you guys
though.
all speak like English. They're like, no, but I have to speak English, and there are too many Americans. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Okay, cool. No. But I think, the Koreans want to stay within the
Koreans
society.
Yeah. I mean, when we chilled, it was always fun. Like I felt like everybody like was on the same page. Like we all had fun.
But think about it. Most of the times are with the foreigners. Like normally, I'm the only one Korean, or like maybe one or two.
One or two, right?
Out of like 5, 6.
Right. You're right.
So.
You're right. Okay, so my next question, like, would you prefer someone that doesn't know anything about the culture, or would you prefer someone that tries, like that, just like the dumb person, like, I don't know anything, can you show me this, can you show me that? Like you're babying the person.
No, I told you. I'm the princess. So you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You go do the research. Okay?
So
I can show you around, but like if it comes to like everyday thing, no.
Oh, it's not like a turn on? Like you don't like that?
And I feel like the attitude too, like, even though they don't know the culture, if they're open to learn the culture, and like they're like, what is this, what is that, I will answer the question.
Okay, because I know some Korean girls, they like that, they like to like baby a person.
Not me.
You said not
me. I want to be babied. I'm the baby. Stop it.
All right, so I one thing that I always notice with like dating Korean females, a lot of Korean men, they get jealous when they see a Korean female with a foreigner.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how do you handle that kind of thing? Does it bother you, or you just ignore it, or do you say something?
I just ignore it. Like I just say pussy. You got no guts to say things. They just look at you with the jealousy eyes, but that's it. They don't do anything. They don't come up, They just,
because when they mad.
Intimidating. Yeah.
Right. You can tell like why. And I don't feel like foreigners do that to like Koreans. Like if I saw like a Korean dude with a foreigner female, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be like, oh man, okay, whatever.
But would that happen if we are in the States? Like I'm the minority, like you are the minority here. So that's why the majority of the Koreans look at you with the jealousy feelings. But when we go to the States, would people see Americans see Asian guys?
You got a point.
With the jealous eyes.
You got a point. And I guess it depends on the area too. The area too. Right.
Yes. If it's like Hongdae, I feel like it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But like Itaewon or like Rodeo, when they're like majority of them are Koreans, they're like, why is she hanging out with the foreigner?
Right. Why? So, my next question to you, you just met, let me see. What's a fun first date? What's a fun first date for you?
Fun first date?
Yeah, with foreign. Let's do foreigners and Koreans. Like with a Korean, what's a fun first date? Where does a Korean take you out?
I feel like Koreans are not fun. Koreans, I feel like they want the standard dates first. And for the first date, they want to take you out for a cafe, and then maybe a dinner, and then maybe like a wine bar.
All in one day, or that's like three different
steps.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a good date, they will take you out in that order. Like people wouldn't take you out. I do first dates. Yes. Drive do they take you out on a drive on the first date? I don't think so. I think normally that's like the first date, dinner, then maybe some drinks, or like cafe dinner or dinner cafe. That's like the steps.
Cafe is so weird though. I would never do that. That's so weird to me. Like starting in a cafe.
But even Americans.
I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm going to like a regular dinner. Like we're not doing the.
No, Americans, really... Netflix and chill now.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, why don't you come over? I'm gonna cook you some steak, with some wine. Oh, throw on this movie. Throw on some R&B in the background.
Down
straight
right there.
To it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I feel like Americans are more direct. Like, let's do it, type of thing. And Koreans like love to build it up. Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like a build up is, I don't know, I feel like it's a waste of time. Like, let's just get like, you like me or you don't like me. It's just straight up forward. Why do we got to go to like a cafe and then do all this, all that?
Funny thing, I feel like I behave differently too. Like I expect the dates from the Koreans. And I do not expect dates from the Americans.
Damn.
Yes.
What? Really?
And I don't feel some type of way.
Really?
Yeah, but I feel some type of way if Koreans behave like that.
Wow.
They're like, come to my house. And I'm like, hell no.
I guess it would depend on the vibe. If I'm talking to a girl I don't even think the first date shouldn't be at your house. I would take her out. I don't think the first date, that's kind of like.
But because you are.
Say it. Say it.
You are the old fart. Me.
It depends. If the vibe was like there, I'll be like, okay, the first date, come to the house. I'm gonna cook for you because I can cook. So why not use my talent? Like, hey, I can cook. What you want me to cook? If I don't know how to cook it, I'm gonna try to cook it. I feel like that's a turn on, right? For like if you can cook.
Yeah. Is it? I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Still, the outside date is cool. Maybe like the second date, come to the house if they're comfortable. Because you can't just be going to every guy's house on the first date. You don't know what kind of
That is true. You might get kidnapped.
Yeah, you have no idea. So one thing that you said, like your parents, I think the difference between the culture, like my parents, like they don't care like who I date. It's like I only dated Koreans since I've been in Korea. Like that's all I ever dated. So
yes, I know.
My parents are like, they're used to that. It's like it's never been like a problem. My mom, but she always wants to see who I'm dating. Call me. Let me see on like video chat. I want to talk to her. What's her name? Like she's like more interested instead of like pushing it away.
Yes.
She's like, no.
My family is very conservative, Christian, strict, old-fashioned, North Korean. So they actually never asked me to see them, even pictures.
Really?
Yes.
That they just not want it. It's like they wanted to pretend like, no, my daughter's not dating nobody. No.
Yeah, like they're not interested unless they're like serious, I guess. And I think like they still see me as a baby because I'm the first grandchild and first grown-up grandchild ever. So yes, they never asked me to see.
What about the now guy though?
Korean culture. Is it the Korean culture or is it just my family's a bit too
You tell me. You tell me.
No, but I have talked to the other sides, like my ex-boyfriends or like, previous boyfriends' family. Even though they're like Koreans, foreigners, doesn't matter. Like, I have talked to their family, but not my family. But I feel like I am less opened in that way.
Okay.
I do not talk about my dating life at home that much. They just find out,
they just
from
find,
the gifts, like on the phone, those type of things.
Okay. I think, wow, I probably can count on my hand how many times I've met my girlfriend's parents. It doesn't
Have
happen
you
often.
seen? Yes.
It doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, like, because I feel like foreigners, we want to meet the parents. Like, I want to meet your parents, and then they're like, Korean girls are like, no, 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 we can't. It's like either you can or you can't. There's no in between. It's like,
but I feel like that's the age thing too. That's the generation thing. Because my generation, they're like, if you are serious, they show you the family. But like, if I see my little baby cousin, she's like 10 years younger than me. I even have met her boyfriends, a few of them, and currently, like, her boyfriend is visiting from the States. He was like born in Guatemala or something, but he's Korean. But like, he comes over to her house and like eat dinner and like lunch together, and they go out together, with the mom. And I'm like, okay, that's weird.
So is the younger generation, you would say, more open?
I think so. They're more open. And my mom doesn't even understand, like, why does my sister has to take him out for dinner? Like, why is she cooking for him? Like, the boyfriend, like, that's the boyfriend. Why? Why are they meeting together? Like, my mom doesn't understand. So,
but your mom's cool with it? She's cool with her actually meeting that guy? It's not a problem?
Meeting my boyfriend?
No, you said...
But my aunt? Yeah, she's okay.
Okay.
So I think it depends on the generation.
Generation gap.
My generation's a little bit stricter,
You got to get better. We got to bridge this gap in Korea. You got to get better.
I mean...
But it's one thing that stuck in my head that you said, like, you're like, a lot of Koreans just date foreigners just to date, like, they don't take it serious. That sucks.
But I've heard this from like my foreigner friend too. Like, she said, like, I feel like Korean guys do not see me serious.
Oh.
Like, they just see her as like, just fun dates, or like, to sleep with and stuff. But like, she was like, I don't like that. Like,
it's rare to see though, right? I don't see too many like Korean guys dating the foreigners. That's like rare to see, like a Pokemon, right?
It's rare. It's much. I know one couple.
I know like 3, but 2 of them are married, and then one is like, they're already married. So, but they met in the States.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that couple too. They met when they were like studying abroad.
Yep. See.
So.
Wow.
He speaks like fluent English.
Okay.
And he looks more like Paul.
Okay.
So if it's like straight up Koreans, they're more boys. I feel like boys are more intimidated by the foreign girls than, girls are more open to the foreigners.
Right.
I feel like.
That's true.
They're like less intimidated. It's braver, pussy.
Probably been watching too many hip hop videos. Like, oh, I can't handle that. Oh no.
Yeah, she's too open. But even that too. Korean boys think, for me, a lot of Korean guys think I'm too open. Like, I'm too open to the culture. And
is that
I
a
have
bad thing?
Too many experiences. Yes. They want their girlfriends to be, the pure and innocent, and like, yes, they want them to obey and all that stuff. Yes, I don't know. I'm like, the past experience is important for me to be here, but they're like, no, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear what you have experienced.
Oh, they don't even. I want to know the past. I want to know what you did.
I know,
so I know where you're coming from.
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of Korean guys, even like the way I behave, they think I'm too intimidating. Because I'm more like westernized.
I have more fun with the Korean girls that are more open, or the ones that lived in the States or been to the States have been like my best experience dating wise.
because they know the culture
right
a bit, you know.
Right. So yeah, I've dated like a couple from Canada, and those are probably like my best experiences because they were just like open. It's like all out and open versus the ones that never left the country. Like it's cool, but it's just like there's always, I feel like there's like a secret somewhere, like you're not getting the full them, or they're hiding something. Yeah, they don't open up.
Even for me, like I see the difference between, like, you know, who have been to abroad, like Koreans who have been to abroad and Koreans who just, you know, never left, versus me. They're like, too different. We're Koreans too. We're all Koreans. I speak the language, you know, there's no cultural barrier.
Right. Okay. You gave me a lot today. So that's like I wanna wrap it up on that. Almost about a good 30 minutes. I want to appreciate you for coming on the podcast. Yeah. There you go. Yes, that's you. So we'll probably do like a part two, but we'll do like a different topic, maybe a little bit more juicy, something. Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
So thank you.
No problem.
It's your boy B News.
Bye.
Bye.